here it is, Dominion. It sure is, this Dominion.
This song's not going anywhere.
Anywhere, but that's okay. But you look like a young, beautiful Jane Fonda, of course.
You know what? Jane Fonda even said I look like.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a compliment.
You look like Jane Fonda in Cat Ballou.
Okay, great.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping Barbarella, but whatevs.
Well, Barbarella also. Clute. I thought she was great in Clute.
Great in Clute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
my.
Golden Pond, we can go on and on about Jane Fonda.
We certainly could. Tara.
Yes.
Tara. I just came back from Texas. We did a show. Our band played in Houston just now. 2,000-seat theater. People were wonderful.
You know what? I was going to save this question to the end, but now I will make it my first question. Speaking of music, you sang the theme song years ago. I feel like at least there have to be new lyrics by the time Dominion comes out.
It should. Let's make up new lyrics now. Do you know the old lyrics?
Yeah, was it in Jurassic
Park,
scary in the dark.
I'm so scared that
I'll
be eaten. Yes.
Let's jazz that up for me for Dominion. It's the end.
Here it is, Dominion. It sure is, this Dominion.
This song's not going anywhere.
Anywhere, but that's okay.
Yeah. Congratulations on this.
Thank you, Tara.
I
Thank you
heard
very
that
much.
you said you guys got closer shooting this one than you did even years ago.
We did. The first one, we were in Hawaii for those first couple of weeks. There was a hurricane that was devastating. That brought us together, as you can imagine. But this was all during COVID. We were one of the first big productions out and about. And they had to sort of make up the protocols, and Alexander Derbyshire and Pat Crowley pioneered them and brought us along. And those protocols have been sort of copied and built upon by many productions all along. I did a couple of things since then, and they're still being used. So yeah, we did okay. But we were all in a hotel, kind of bubbled up, and we became a much tighter knit family because of it.
Did you at any point think, gosh, maybe we should wait? How are they going to pull this off? It's a big movie to attempt with all that stuff going on.
I'm sure those conversations were had in many places, and they did start. I think then they had to stop. This is before I did my part. Then we did. Yeah, it was tricky. It was tricky, and we didn't know how it would go, but thankfully we did.
I don't want to give anything away, but I know a lot of people talk about you being shirtless years ago. There is an homage to that in this, and I loved how that was handled. But I'm curious, as Jeff Goldblum, is there anything that you still do years later that maybe the people around you go, no, please stop doing that. Don't do it.
That's so funny, because that's a little bit, we don't want to give away that
Right.
joke. That's right. Well, you know, I've been with now my wife, Emily, for 10 years, and our two little boys who are like 7 and 5, and I'm full of jokes at home. I don't know why. I like making them laugh and stuff. But sometimes they go, even the kids go,
Yeah.
Dada, that's enough of that. We've heard that before, you know.
So much talk about this is obviously the legacy players, including you. What do you hope your legacy is? You've got 2 young kids. You're probably thinking about it occasionally. What do you hope yours is?
Almost constantly. That's a great question, deep question. You and I could talk for hours about that, and
Another time?
At another time. But let's take a helicopter view. I mean, well, you want to leave not only our kids, and you see how much of an impact, you know, you're struck with what a responsibility you have, of course, and if there's any time left to, you know, contribute to the community at large and the world, is there anything that I can do to, you know, move the ball forward a little bit? You know, I'm thinking about it and trying to do my best, and always learning and upgrading, you know.
Well, I know they're about to wrap me. As a daughter who's very close to her father, you know what else you're leaving legacy-wise? The gift of your kids seeing you enjoy what you do, which I can't tell you how valuable that is as a daughter.
Really? What did your dad do that he was?
He worked for Johnson & Johnson for years, but then broke off, started his own company. But he loves what he does. He golfs now daily. He's retired.
Really?
But seeing your dad do what they love to do, to me, is a huge thing.
I think it is. My dad was a doctor. He was very interested. His patients loved him, and he was, you know, always kind of, you know, learning. And my kids see that I get, you know,
having fun.
very into it. And I hope that it's something that will impact them positively.
I know it will. It's such a pleasure. I'm so grateful for the time we had.
Me too.